Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I'm Georgia and this is Crochet and Chaos. I wanted to show you guys a small yarn haul that I got at Goodwill while my house is quiet. First, I was at Michael's and I found 2 more things of ring spun in the clearance bin. The funny thing is, I have never seen this on the shelves. Every time I pick it up, it's in the clearance bin. So I have been slowly getting this particular color. I'm gonna have to check my shelves and see how much I have. I might actually have enough to make something out of this. It is a size 5. No, it's a size 6. Interesting. I don't know. Anyway, it's a size 6. It's acrylic polyester, and like I said, I may have enough to make something out of it now. Stay. But I picked up these 2 bags at Goodwill. They were like $9.99 a piece. Gordon! And I think that my Goodwill just randomly prices things sometimes, because some of these, they had more of these bags. Some of them were cheaper. There was no consistency in the pricing. Gordon! And I picked these up because there's paint box yarn in them, and I have wanted to try paint box yarn. This isn't the cotton that I wanted to try, but it's the acrylic, and it's soft. It reminds me of the Big Twist Living, and I kind of like it. I just need to see what it's like to work up. But all the bags, oh, and it's a size 5. That's cool. Didn't realize that. But they divided all the paint box between all the bags of yarn, because I don't know why. If they would have just put all this in one bag, I would have been extremely happy. But I don't know. My Goodwill is random. But this bag has a thing of pink and a thing of blue. And I'm considering going back up there today to see if they have any of these bags left. Just because I think I want more of this. And there's another bag with white in it. I think a green, like a mint green. And there's also in here, and none of these skeins have been used, this Red Heart Soft Baby Steps, and I don't think this yarn is made anymore, but these 2 colors obviously go together, and I'm curious if there's any more of this in any of the bags, because that would be really cool. I like the name of this color. This is Puppy Print, and this is Baby Green. Puppy Print. That is such a cute name. But this is really soft, especially for acrylic yarn. There's a thing of Big Twist, or not Big Twist, Sugar and Cream Twists. This is denim. I've never used the twists. I have no idea what this looks like worked up, and this seems to be like one of the softest things of Sugar and Cream I've had my hands on. And finally, a thing of I Love This Yarn from Hobby Lobby in Terracotta. Oh, I don't know why that looks more red than I imagine terracotta being. I expect terracotta to be like the color of terracotta pots, and that is not it. So that is freezer bag number 1. And here is freezer bag number 2. With a thing of white and a thing of pink, and the paint box. This I know they have more of in another bag up there. It's still there. This is Encore Yarn by Plymouth Yarns. I've heard of Plymouth Yarns before, but I've never seen their yarn. Anyway, this is 75% acrylic, 25% wool, and it just has a color number on it, 1384. But I know there's more of this up there. I don't hate how it feels, and there's probably more paint box in with this. Hello, Garrus. Excuse me. Excuse me, Garrus. You need to get off the computer. Pull these thick and quick. Oh my God, cats. Gordon. Excuse me, Garrus. Get in there. Get in there. Thank you. Thank you, friend. And finally, think of Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and this is packed really tight. I mean, I don't think I've ever gotten a skein of yarn packed this tight. Hi, Skeeky. But that's it for this bag. Out of all of this, the one thing I probably won't use is the Red Heart Super Saver, but we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do with these either, but everything else I think I can find a use for. Like I said, I think I might go back today and see if some of this is still left up there, and see what I can. This bag doesn't want to close, and see what I can get. That's all that I have for the moment, and maybe I'll be back. Maybe I'll post this as is. I'm back. I did go back up to Goodwill, and they had put more yarn out, and the average price is still like $10 per gallon freezer bag. But I found one that was $4.99, and it had a white tag, and the color of the week is white, so that was half off. Only she rung it up at $6.99, but it's whatever. I wasn't gonna argue over like that little bit. One of these was $6.99, and the other two were $9.99. I think that the $10 price tag is a little much for Goodwill, but it's still a big discount on the yarn. So this first one I picked up just because it was mostly paint box, and there's a yellow and another yellow that doesn't have the label on it. And these are like a pale yellow. And of course it's tangled, because why wouldn't it be? It's not tangled bad, and I just want to get it out before it gets tighter and it makes things really difficult. There we go. I'll put that to the yarn finger later. I did not look to see. Okay, 302 yards. And here's a darker yellow, like very different. Another white. And this, there was another bag up there that had some of this in there. This is some Lion brand yarn that's been discontinued. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I didn't want the other thing of it. And I looked online, these are normally about $4.50, not on sale, so $18 worth of usable yarn for 10. I mean, I guess that's an okay sale price, I guess. I'm just getting rid of these bags and putting it all in the big bag to sort out later. Another paint box in this pale bluish green color. It's color 332 because of course it is. This is also paint box by the feel of it. It's a lighter blue. It's more blue than this one. And yeah, I know my lighting's crap. Another yellow without, pale yellow without the thing. And it looks, this one's cut up. Like there's all these tails. I'm probably gonna have to put that to the yarn winder and see what the deal is. Like there's a piece of it that came off. This is a discontinued Bernat Boucle, and I know that because there was another bag that I almost picked up that had another thing of this in there, but I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It might make a nice little cat blanket. That's a thought. And then there's, this is called, the color's Blue Gingham, and this is Karen Simply Soft Speckle. I don't even know if they still make this, but there's something about the color, the white on this, and it's just how they did it. It looks dirty to me, and I'm not about that. This one I'm going to leave out. That's going to the yarn winder right away. I want to know what's going on there. And that looks like the one that was marked down on clearance. Another yellow. This one looks pretty intact. Another white. An unknown yarn. It feels very much like the paint box, but that might be the same. It's wound the same way. It feels the same, so this might also be paint box. I feel like this yellow is thinner than the other ones, but yeah, that's the same as the white, but the yellow's a little thinner. I wonder if this is a 4. The yellows are a 4 and the other one's a 5. I don't know. Another one of the, this one says seashell. This is a totally different color from the other one, but more Karen Simply Soft. And this one is Snapdragon. I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff. I'll find something to do with it, I'm sure. No, I'm just imagining things with the yellow. And the last one. Some more of that Red Heart Soft Baby Steps. This one's baby pink. So I've got a green. This doesn't even go with the other one. That's fine. Another shade of this in a paint box. Here's another thing of the baby steps in blue. What's going on here? Bernat Softy Baby in the color flannel. Do they still make this? It's a DK weight. 100% acrylic, 362 yards. I don't think I've ever seen this. This looks like it may have been out in, no, that is not a 2021 style thing. I was trying to see if I could find like the date on it. I thought this stamp might be it, because sometimes the year is in the die lot. And this one actually doesn't feel too bad. Red Heart Super Saver. And it just has a color number. Nice. No, it says Frosty Green. This one actually doesn't feel bad. This one doesn't feel as scratchy as most of them. So, more yarn. Actually, what I need to do is reorganize my yarn and make space for everything. I've pulled so much out of the shelves and it's just thrown in buckets and stuff that I just need to sort it again. So that is my Goodwill yarn haul, and I finally get to try paint box yarns. Yay. I'm probably, I want to try their cotton, so I'm probably gonna have to order that, but the acrylic seems promising, except for this skein. I want to know what's going on here. Thanks for joining me for this, and I will see you next time. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever it is you do.